What is going on, guys? JPOD-SPORTS, and welcome back to another video where I talk about how pathetic my team is. Now, most Giants fans know the team once again failed to execute on a game-winning or potentially a game-tying drive. Let me just pull it up for reference. How many times the Giants have been in a situation where they have had a chance to either win the game or tie it. So going back to week one, they had no chance. Week two, they're driving in the field, potentially win the game. Malik Davis drops them all 4-3. Malik Davis is a hell of a player, but if anything he's shown so far is his only flaw is catching a ball and contested coverage. We need him to get better, though. Obviously, he's a rookie, so he's got tons of room for improvement. We just hope he can catch the ball. Then we get to the Browns game, which that was the game we were pretty much winning the whole game. And then Dallas week 4, where it's legit the game-winning drive potentially to happen, and Daniel Jones actually did a pretty good job on a 3rd and 5 that Wanted Robinson, of course, drops the ball. And then it goes to a 4th and 5 where Daniel Jones misses wide open Devin Singletary over the middle of the field and goes neighbors, gets concussed, misses 2 weeks. And then it goes to the Seahawks game, which we win. Then it goes back to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, we have another chance to, potentially go and win the game, but Daniel Jones cannot complete a 4th down conversion. So Giants, guess what? They lose. And then next week is the Eagles. We got our fucking ass kicked. And then this game today could not execute a game-winning or game-time drive. When you go back to 2011 with the New York Giants weren't the best of teams, but they did it when it mattered, and they won the Super Bowl because of it. The Giants I think it was Eli Manning had something like 8 game-winning drives that year. As long as you had Eli Manning on that team, you were never out of a football game. With Daniel Jones, it's almost like a laughing stock, and they have no chance of fucking winning a game. In any scenario, Daniel Jones has now fallen 1 in 15 in primetime games, and if that shows you anything, the guy can't show up in big moments. When you're nationally televised, he also can't play at home. The guy is not an NFL quarterback. If you can't perform with all eyes on you, then you got no chance at winning anything with him in the league. Now, the thing that really confuses me about this regime is why aren't we bringing in a quality backup for Daniel Jones? The guy doesn't need anymore to prove that he's a quarterback. He sucks. The guy is horrible. He says, besides the playoff years, there's another 4 years of experience to show you how bad he really is. I just can't watch him anymore. How does this guy have a job for 6 years? Making this money. I get they didn't draft a quarterback, but whose decision was it to pay Daniel Jones? Now, obviously, that was not Brian Dable's decision. Obviously, maybe he had a say in it. I don't think he was forcing the hand to get this guy back. I really don't. He's a disaster. He's a limited quarterback on a limited roster, and that's not going to lead the wins. Daniel Jones has to play Daniel Jones perfect football to be able to win a game, and that's never happening. The guy just doesn't score touchdowns. He does not put points on the board. I will say the supporting cast does let him down, but he lets them down too. So it's equally as bad. Defensive side of football, it's been really good all season. It's just like that only can get you so far. And besides, they only let up 1 touchdown today. It was I forgot. I was Calvin Austin. They got in the red zone. That was the only touchdown they let up. The other one was on a return, which debatably it should have been running into the kicker offsetting penalties. Did not happen. And the Giants let up a punt return touchdown, horrible coverage. I love how the Giants, lose like a special teams player and fail to replace them too. Like this is another thing. Why are we just signing just because he played the fucking Bills? Like, he's not a good punter. This guy Hack. I don't know his first name because I just don't care enough to go pay attention to it. He's fucking horrible. The guy, sorry for cursing, but like the guy he can't even punt. The guy punts from the 45 and goes to the 20. Like, how are you gonna win with that? This guy's bad, but Greg Joseph actually made some field goals from deep range today. 48 yards. Now that's like a 70-yard for him. Proud of him. Uh, get down the line here. Deontay Banks benched. I mean, the team is crumbling in front of us. Like the guy got benched. I understand he's a little lazy, but benching him for Strong Jr., not even Strong, Greg Stroman Jr., a guy I didn't know existed until today when they elevated him. I don't get this. This isn't high school football. This is the NFL. I'd rather you be good and lazy than horrible and try. That's what I like. God, he's so bad. I mean, his tackling efforts were obviously a lot better. That's the problem with Deontay Banks. But the team is quitting, and Brian Dable's a good coach, but like it's not showing up on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays. It's not showing up here. And my thing I'm scared of, he's gonna get fired. Like I could see it happening. And I know Mara gave the whole no one's getting fired in the season, no one's getting fired out of season, but what do you want him to say in this situation? Like I don't I wouldn't be mad if a fresh start, a new quarterback, new coach, new GM. I just don't want to blow it up and trade a guy like Dexter Lawrence and stuff. Like those are the guys you want on a team. And I think the next GM or coach came in, they would have a good situation. You have cap space. You would have potentially a top 5 pick. If you fired a regime, you would have a top 5 pick. And you would have some good players on both sides of the ball. You'd have Tyler Tracy is a budding not superstar, but he's a budding rising star kind of a player. And he's had 2 games over 100 plus yards. And he's looked like a really good player. 3 games with 50 plus yards. And he's started 4 games and he's got like 340 rushing yards in the season. So that's pretty impressive to find in the 5th round. I mean, this draft class has been phenomenal. Andrew Phillips was playing some outside corner today, which was not really played the first couple of games, but because we're benching people and people are injured, we had to. It's just I just don't see they're not beating the Commanders. They almost beat them the first time, but the Commanders are in a different place than like they were that week. The Commanders didn't really know who they were yet. Still figuring things out. New coach, new quarterback. And now the Commanders are riding a hot hand. They got probably a top 10 quarterback in Jane Daniels. The guy's unreal. There's no stopping him really. And the Giants can't put up points. The Giants and Browns are lead the NFL in teams that haven't scored 20 points in a game with 7. And we play 9 games. The only time the Giants score 20 points is guess what? They won the game. They won the game. They're 2-0. They're 2-0 and they scored 20 plus points. That's the key to success. You have the good defense, but the defense is going to allow under 15 points every game, and you're not even scoring that. So it's how you're going to win. The defense is there. If I have the corners, you're still like I don't know. It's a bunch of things. I mean, I'm a Giants, Knicks, and Yankees fan, and they all lost. This is probably my worst day of being a fan of professional sports was today, and I don't think it will get any worse than a World Series loss, a Knicks blown lead of 13 points, and a New York Giants loss. It doesn't get bad. Any worse. I don't understand the Giants are always just bad, but it comes to a point where it's like I just don't even care. I just want to win. And I get the whole draft pick. Oh, sucker draft pick. Oh, I you're suffering any longer. I don't really care regardless of the draft pick. If it comes to winning a game, that's all I want to see. And I get the whole longevity thing, but like you only live for today. Like tomorrow's not guaranteed. I want to see the team win now. So that's about it for today's video. The Giants are an absolute disaster, and I can really see them losing to the Panthers. That they don't think they're far off from that team. The only thing that separates the Giants and the Panthers from each other is probably the pass rush, and that's about it. Bryce Young's not the great Bryce the quarterbacks, but he'll look like freaking Steve Young versus us. So yeah, that's about it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts. I kind of already know them. The Giants are horrible. Looks like the locker room is crumbling, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. Tune in for some more videos coming weekly, and yeah, see you guys next video.